Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently chilling, waiting for the endgame crisis to hit here. This is endgame crisis number 2, and it should be substantially stronger than the last endgame crisis if I'm understanding how this works. It's going to hit over here, we know, and the question is the AI going to be able to handle it again? We'll see. But we're building up our forces in case they can't, and I want to check through this industrial world. Needs a job. Okay, fair enough. We have a planetary administration here. We'll put in an industrial district that will help our consumer goods as well as our alloys, so that sounds pretty decent. This forge world requires a job. We like it. So we'll build an industrial district there. We need all the alloys we can get our hands on. So that sort of thing is very, very good. Nothing else really going on there. We did get some refugees, which I like. And let's go ahead and replenish our fleets a little bit here, building that Titan and 2 battleships. I like it. Okay, so that's looking good. Of course, this is going to be the 20th fleet. Our number scheme is very messed up. Okay, we're picking up a strong subspace signal washing over the galaxy. Its point of origin appears to be the contacts approaching from intergalactic space. Establish visual feed. Translation software failure. Prethoris is fix Kuruv. Okay, this is not going to go well. Thrathri Varas. That's a lot of unusual consonants in a row. Skrafk. Skrakf? Sure. Niru Prithas Vusna. I feel like this is not made for human mouths to pronounce. Main screen off. Sure, so they're on their way in. We know for a fact they're going to hit up here in the commonality of Azan's Crucible space. We'll see how the commonality deals with it. If it gets to our space, then we'll deal with it. That's the idea. We'll see if it gets there. Okay, so we need to continue to reinforce our fleet, of course. Another battleship being built. Our foundries are roaring to life. Fantastic. So, going through our jobs again here, we did get another refugee. So, we do need a job here. This is a robot job, which should be fine to be an industrial district. We'll go ahead and toss that on in there. What else do we need? Looks like nothing. Okay, sounds good. So we see the Corellian Foundation down over here. This war is going to be weird. There's no doubt about that. If we get a good opportunity, we'll attack the Han Reconquerors. Right now is not a good opportunity. I actually want to check at their strength. Pathetic. Okay, noted. The first wave. We've received word that several outlying systems along the galactic rim are being overrun by some sort of invasion force. This appears to have been the source of the subspace echoes we detected approaching our galaxy. What we are encountering now is only the Vanguard. The main body of contacts has yet to arrive. Reports have so far been confused, but the ships used by the invaders appear organic in nature and do not respond to hails. Our entire galaxy may be facing an invasion of unprecedented scope. Brief all fleet commanders. Okay, so this is Scourge of the Void. Cool. So, these Vanguard fleets are pretty weak. That's for sure. We don't know anything about them other than the fact that they are pure armor. Okay, we don't know what they're utilizing for weapons, which is what we would really want to be able to know. But they're not very strong. So we'll see what the AI does against them. This is only the Vanguard. There will be more. We're going to reinforce our fleets again. We need 29,000 more alloys to get our fleets maxed out. And let's take a look through our jobs. What else do we have going on here? Nothing. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. So we'll keep an eye on this. The commonality... Honestly, these Guardians should be almost capable of dealing with this on their own. Well, we'll see how it goes. If they need help, we'll give it. But I'm not sure that they do need help. It's not attacking anywhere near our territory, so we can't really swoop in and take the territory.
Transmission.
Sure, we'll establish an embassy. Kolbath requires additional structures. It is currently maxed on industrial districts, so what would we want here? A fortress? Probably a stronghold. Let's do it. Okay, so that looks good. And we may have another location or two with those refugees coming in. There were, what, 3 refugee pops that came in? But nope, looks like they were just put to work.
Scientific
so that looks good,
breakthrough
with the possible
achieved.
exception of something down here, but it looks like that's gone. Okay, noted. Energy weapon attack speed finishes up, and we are going to next grab shield hit points. Okay. So currently the AI are not really responding to this. With them being embroiled in this almost galaxy-wide war, they might not respond to it very much. We're continuing to build up our forces, and if we need to, we will respond to it. That would be basically if they make their way here, right? And that's coming down this way and then making their way up and coming in this. So it's not definitely not going to happen, but it probably is. I think it's fairly unlikely that we get involved in dealing with the Prothoran Scourge. Which is a bit unfortunate. I would like to get in there. I mean, we could jump drive over. But I want to let these guys build up their power, right? I want them to crack into the AI somewhat and kind of break the stalemate that has been created. That would be ideal. We'll continue to reinforce our fleets. We need another 22,000 alloys. So that's not too bad. Making around 1,400 per month, we're going to have that in roughly a year. So that's not too bad at all. The Scourge doesn't appear to be moving very quickly. My question is, are these Guardians heading to deal with it? No, they're just defending Nuitz's treasure, it would appear. These commonality ships might be heading over there. They're heading up over this way right now. They also might be heading up to deal with these, right? So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening here. There's a gateway here. Hang on. With a gateway there that is not in a claimed system, can we go claim that? Out of curiosity. We have no way to get there? No, we can get there. We just can't get there because we are set on evasive. Okay. We're going. We'll have no real problem handling this. The BOS Africa is going to come in here as well. It will just chill here for the moment. That said, this is going to revert back to commonality. We're going to wait. So we're going back to Seoul. We're just parking here. You two, why are you... No. Stay here. Enter orbit. Why are we apparently going up over this way? Oh, because these guys are coming in. Right. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. That's okay. We're just going to come in and park here. I was looking at this wrong. So we're going to enter orbit, and our construction ship is not going to head in just yet. But we can move it over to Jabeth. Cool. So now that we know that we can access over here, what I want to do is I want to let them destroy these planets. which should happen relatively quickly, I would think. But this is only the Vanguard, and we're hoping to see a lot more people come in. A lot more Scourge come in. Cool. We're going to continue to reinforce our own fleets. 18,000 more alloys on that front. So that's looking good. My question is the commonality going to deal with this? I mean, they're currently fighting over here with this Fallen Empire fleet. As a hypothetical question, if we were to attack the EUIV right now, yeah, both of these would still be involved. So that's probably not going to be a great idea.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Okay, explosive weapon damage finishes. That looks good. Let's go for explosive weapon attack speed here. Okay. So when is the main body of this fleet going to arrive? We can crush this Vanguard anytime we choose. But how far out is that main body, is the question. We now need another 15,000 alloys. Definitely less than a year at this point before we're maxed out there. Okay, we got more Azanti refugees from here. Mob rule on Font of Knowledge. Rude. 100% crime here.
Construction complete.
And I don't want to change any of these. That's unfortunate. We can launch an anti-crime campaign, which we should have done earlier. But sure. We'll go ahead and do that for now. Okay, more refugees are coming in now. This is good. We definitely want those refugee pops. So, let's go through our buildings here, and we're keeping an eye on this situation up here. We do need to get this mining world upgraded to a system capital complex. This industrial world needs an industrial district. What else would we need? I know I saw a few on the way through. Let's go back up to the top here. What else do we have? Nothing. Okay. Well, that's fine. No real problems there. We will continue to reinforce our fleet. When is that main army going to arrive? I doubt the situation log says, although we should know, in theory. It doesn't say, though. But I definitely think that we will be utilizing this gateway. The question is, they're not using the gateway. Okay. So their fleets are heading out. Their fleets are not tremendously strong. But this is just the Vanguard. So when do their primary fleets arrive? We're allowing them to take over territory over here deliberately, because this is in our benefit. We'll be able to take this territory from them easily enough. So this is looking good. We want them to take this over and weaken the commonality of Azan's Crucible. The question is the commonality capable of defending themselves while simultaneously fighting all of these other wars? That's the real question here. And the answer to that is a definite maybe. They're currently down to equivalent with us. How's the Kingdom of Yonderim doing? They're down to equivalent as well. Okay, that's a good sign. We're continuing to reinforce our fleets. We need 7,000 more alloys to get that done. Checking through our jobs here, I did see a couple that needed to be done. Namely, this foundry station, where we are going to put in a civilian industry. We're a little low on our consumer goods, so that is reasonably fine. And there's this Forge world here with a planetary administration. I'd like to build a Ministry of Production, but we're not advanced enough on that planet for that yet, so we'll get an industrial district. What else do we have? Well, that looks good. Okay, cool. More refugees are arriving. Ah, and there we go. There's some commonality fleets out over here, but they are getting wrecked. These fleets are not strong enough. Our scanners can make no sense of the strange vessels. They're 149% efficient versus shields, and only 80% efficient versus armor. Noted. Okay, so these fleets are getting destroyed. We love this. This is very good. So we may want to think about refitting our own fleets to be good versus armor and to use armor themselves, right? So we could definitely do that, knowing that more are going to come and these guys are going to get more and more powerful, and we want them to get more powerful. So I think we should go ahead and do that. We're going to, let's see, we're running phase disruptors here right now and Guardian point defense. I feel like the point defense is still good to run, but maybe we should switch over to plasma cannons instead of phase disruptors. So something like this, and running pure armor. So instead of phase disruptors, we run plasma cannons, and we swap the dark matter deflectors over to dragon scale armor, like that. For our destroyers, we would have this be plasma cannons. Would we still run the Stormfire autocannons? Honestly, probably not. We'd probably still run plasma cannons. So something like this, but we would also run dragon scale armor, and we would run living reactive armor. There we go. For our cruisers, we would drop the Stormfire autocannons, and we're just running pure plasma at this point. We do have a little bit of flak still, but pretty much pure plasma versus these guys. Looks like it's the way to go. So for our battleships, kinetic artillery is not going to be useful. Pure plasma. And we would run living reactive armor. Cool. For our Titans, once again, pure plasma. We would want to switch back to kinetics to fight people other than these, but something like this would do just fine. Lots of hardening for our armor as well. Beautiful. And that does, of course, mean that we're going to need to start upgrading all of these. So we're going to go ahead and grab all of these fleets, and we're going to get them upgrading. Now, that's going to eat up our alloys for a little while, and that'll take some time, but we'll be prepared to fight the endgame crisis if the AI can't handle it, which I'm hoping that they can't. Beautiful. So again, our alloys are going to be eaten up for a while here. It's going to take time. Let's see just how much progress gets made over this way. But this should be good. Where are these going? They're going to the mega shipyard? Fair enough. Fair enough. So we're upgrading the 20th fleet right now. Here's the second wave. We're no longer able to discern the main body of approaching subspace echoes from our own galaxy's background radiation, which can mean only one thing. They've arrived. If the size of their Vanguard is any indication, the main host of these invaders must be massive. They are here. Okay, what do we got? So this is their Vanguard that's still out attacking. 300,000? That's much better. Beautiful. We're going to let them wreak havoc over here. We're going to take no efforts to stop them until we are threatened. For the moment, we are upgrading all of our fleets, and that will take some time. We'll just buy in a few extra alloys there to make that go a little bit faster. If we go in here, yeah, we can't see our fleet upgrade progress from here. That makes me a little saddened. But we do need to get these all put together, right? So 59%, preparing. Yeah, we're going to need some time. But we're going to be well set up to deal with these guys. Their Vanguards have taken some hits here. But the AI is going to be much harder pressed to deal with those Star Broods, right? And we're just going to let them continue to put those together. So if we look at the Scourge of the Void, yeah, this is looking good. We like it. It's looking very good, in fact. Mercenary Enclave has been destroyed, to be expected. And once our ships are upgraded, we will be ready to go after them whenever we want. The time is not now. The time is not now. Additional refugee pops are coming in. We like it. And this tech world requires a research center upgrading. More pops coming in. This is good. This is exactly what we want, is refugees coming to us. And we'll take this territory if we can. So that'll be great. This Forge world, we can definitely put in an alloy megaforge. That sounds good. What else can we do here? That's fine. Fantastic. So we're currently making 1170. That's because we're no longer getting our reduction on... Why do we only have... Oh, they went up to this mega shipyard up here, didn't they? Come on, let me scroll. There we go. They went up over here. Yeah, that's where they went. Okay, that's fine. It's going to take us a while to get these upgrades done. I want to actually stop this upgrade order, so I'm going to select just these guys. About 3,000 per fleet. Okay. That's fine. No major problems there. So that's about 3 months per fleet. Yeah, that'll be done reasonably quickly. And we're working our way through that. So we're just letting them crush the commonality of Azan's Crucible in this area. We absolutely want to let that happen. And the Corellian Foundation, everyone over here who isn't us, we're completely okay with them crushing, right? We just want to be able to move in and attack them soon. And we'll be able to do that. Well, we can do that right now, right? I think, can we actually still access this gateway? Out of curiosity. We can. Fascinating. Okay, so that looks good. We're going to get all of these upgrades done soon-ish. And we're getting more pops from this, so that's all looking great. And our upgrades are 30%, 27, 14. A defensive pact with whom? The Azantian Assembly. We decline. Armenia stands alone. That's the way this works. The 20th Fleet is nearly done upgrading. We're just working on this Titan. So that looks great. All of these other fleets are 0 to 30% done. It's mostly alloys that is delaying us, but that's fine. We want to have all of these upgrades done by the time we are actually under threat by the Scourge.
Incoming transmission.
A non-aggression pact with the Azantian Assembly. No, Armenia stands alone. That's not how this works. I'm going to buy in another 1250 alloys just to help us push through these upgrade costs a little bit faster. And all of that will basically vanish immediately. Right? Actually, it didn't. Have we already gotten all of these queued up? We may have. In which case, we will continue to reinforce the 20th Fleet. So we'll get that going. We now need another 3,500 alloys to get that complete. So the Scourge is scourging. I think that's pretty clear. Indeed. Can they access our gateways? They don't seem to be interested in doing that, if they can. We can access their gateways. which is fascinating. But again, we can eliminate this anytime we choose. This is just a way for us to get access to this territory without actually dealing with the commonality of Azan's Crucible. We're going to get these upgrades done, and once they are, then we're going to be good. We just finished our upgrade on the 20th Fleet. We will continue to reinforce that. We only need 2,300, so we can reinforce it again. And next month tick, the 20th Fleet will be fully built up. Beautiful. And we're just allowing them to go wild over here. That's what we want. Just do as much damage to the AI as possible. That's the idea here. Once our upgrade's complete, we should be really, really solid against these guys. They should do very little damage to us, in theory, with all of our armor hardening, and we should just tear through their armor. That's the idea, anyway. So we're just allowing them to do all of this. Whatever they want right now. They're a long ways from our territory, and we just want them to grow and get more powerful for the moment. Because we will benefit from that. Now, eventually the AI might set up some sort of a coalition against them. Something kind of like this, but I think they're fighting each other. Because they should be at war. No, these guys are all moving in. So these might be moving in to fight the Scourge. Commonality of Azan's Crucible, Uvzant, Yonderim, and Tharbaratin. Yeah, that's all that alliance. They also might be moving up to try to fight like these guys, though. That's something we need to think about. Okay, let's get our fleet fully reinforced. There we go. No fleets are in need of reinforcements. That's looking good. And we'll see what the plan is with the mega fleet that was just over here. Where did it go? Did it jump drive somewhere? Do they have a quantum catapult out here? I don't know where it went. But either way, this is good. This is good. We're going to allow these guys to do what they can to weaken the AI. So that looks absolutely fine. Our upgrades are going to be done soon, and from here we're going to bank our alloys up. We're going to need them for replacements. Absolutely. So how are we doing on these upgrades? It's going to take a little bit yet. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to finish up these upgrades, and we're going to try to determine when we want to pull the trigger on attacking the Prathoran Scourge. We'll see. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Spartan News, Unisil, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.